In 2030, I'll be 40 and books and T-dub. What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 40, season 2 of the Monday Night Wars. I'm Chad Talks, and joining me, as always, is Jmack Gaming.
What was that, Chad?
That was Bo Burnham's hit 30.
But you said 40.
Well, right, well, because in
Bo
the lyric,
Burnham?
I don't know. Just book your show. You suck. You stink.
What? The hell is that about, Chad?
You stink.
Chad, the only thing stinky here is that last pay-per-view you put on. That was downright disrespectful to the save.
Okay, that's fair.
Anything else?
Let me retort by saying, no, I thought it was great. RVD won World War III.
Spoilers.
I mean, I'm assuming you probably watched the pay-per-view if you're watching the fallout from the pay-per-view.
Yeah, no, some people, man.
And if you're not, if you haven't, well, guess what? A lot's getting spoiled, so you might want to go back and watch it.
All right, let's get into this show now that we have wasted a minute and 8 seconds, a minute and 9 seconds, a minute and 10 seconds. Let's get into it.
I agree. Let's get into it.
We start off tonight in the pre-show realm. Our only pre-show match of the night. Jushin Liger defeating Scott Studd in 15-11 with the Shohei Otani. Big match right here, Chad.
Big match.
Former WCW talent right here.
Hell yeah. And of course, my boy Jushin Liger defeats that horrible.
You would take him back if
Scott
you could.
Studd. I love Liger.
I meant Scott Studd.
Oh yeah, I'd take Scott Studd back. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You could just sit in the deep, dark realms of your tag division. I gotta stop sitting on your WCW, Chad.
Yeah, you do. You're being mean.
Oh,
What's Jim Cornette have to say?
Well, is Chad being a little sad boy? That's what he starts this promo off with.
Okay.
He said, God damn it, motherfuckers. He's doing a town hall in the middle of the Raw locker room. He's like, God dang it, motherfuckers. We had a 2-0 lead against them shitbags on SmackDown. My pride and joy over here, Randy Orton. And my other pride and joy, Taka Michinoku. They both won their matches. And the rest of y'all motherfuckers, you lost. Don't even look at me, CM Punk. I don't want to look at you no more, you rat son of a bitch. We couldn't even beat SmackDown. We had a guy named Big Rig Fig win. We had a guy named Latin Lover. Who the hell is a lover from Latin? What the? Isn't Latin a dead language? Why is he winning? Look, I believed in all of you. But now I don't even know what to think. All right. The rest of y'all already know the match card. Y'all already know what's going to go down. Spike Dudley, get your ass in the ring. I'm most mad at you. What'd I do? Well, when I asked who was vaping in the bathroom, well, Lanny Poffo and Lenny Lane said it was you, motherfucker. Oh, no. It wasn't me. We have a no smoking policy here at WWF. Spike. Get your ass in the ring. You're going to go one-on-one with the genetic freak, Brock Lesnar. Get going. I got to figure out who I'm going to yell at next. Because I'm so upset about Survivor Series. I got to take it out on someone. And if you survive, it might be you next again. You might get your ass kicked from front to the end of Raw. I don't know yet. Chad, fuck you. That match happens. How do you feel about Spike Dudley dying here, Chad?
You know what? Rest in power, Spike.
Yeah, rest in power. He loses in 602 with a side bear hug. Doesn't even get the pleasure of taking an overhead belly-to-belly. Just gets squeezed to death by Brock Lesnar. Backstage, we have The Rock. Oh. He's backstage cleaning his title, Chad. Paul White defeated him one-on-one on Survivor Series. And Christian Cage didn't make it very far in the Survivor Series elimination match. And Christian comes up to The Rock. He says, hey, Dwayne, I know you're not... Throws his hand up. The Rock does not want to talk the Christian Cage tonight. Well, hey, Rock, I just have look. We had that title match a couple weeks ago, and look, man, I gotta be straight up honest with you. It wasn't fair. Like, you came up to me, you pressured me into that match, and you kind of gaslighted me into accepting it. And I'm not okay with that, Rock. I'm not okay with that. Is The Rock hearing this right? Is The Rock hearing that the Christian Cage wants another shot at The Rock and his WWF World Championship? Is that right? Is The Rock here? Yeah, it doesn't matter what Christian Cage wants. It's what The Rock wants. He's the king of the WWF. If you want that match, you're going to have to go run to Jim Cornette. Maybe you can beg. And maybe if you didn't lose last night, he would be more open to giving you. Well, I already talked to Cornette, Dwayne. He says if I can beat you one-on-one tonight in a non-title match, I can have my proper pay-per-view championship match with you. Cornette said, what? Yeah, I'll see you in the ring tonight, Rock. So we're getting Christian Rock. If Christian can beat The Rock tonight in a one-on-one match.
We're getting some Christian Rock tonight? Hell yeah, some skillet?
Ah, yes, sick puppies. Ace Steel and CM Punk both battered and bruised. Is this? I think my desk is falling apart, Chad. Sorry. They're both battered and bruised. They lost to the Rat Boys. The Rat Boys. Do it, Chad. Do the Rat Boy thing.
The Rat Boys.
They lost to the Rat Boys at Survivor Series, and now they take on the Headbangers. They get their win back.
Ooh, the Headbangers. And,
CM Punk taps out match number 2 with an arm triangle choke. Good for CM Punk. Getting to 60. Oh, yeah. He's still in 81 Punk. Still, so that's pretty big. Oh, Dean Malenko's here, Chad, and he is pissed off. The Iceman. They call him the Iceman for a reason, because he's got ice in his veins. He's in a match tonight, and he just dominates poor Buff Bagwell.
Ooh, poor Buff.
Why poor Buff?
Because, I guess you're right. Fuck Buff.
Dean Malenko made this a statement match, though. He could have easily beat Buff Bagwell 3 times, but he, let go of the pin each and every single time. He is in a rancid mood. Everyone here on Raw is in a rancid mood. The locker room morale is down at a historic low because they lost at Survivor Series.
Ooh.
We move on. The Storms are here, Chad. Devin and Johnny. They take on Meg and Barbarian. When did Meg and Barbarian really not have good chemistry at all?
That's weird. They shouldn't. They've had good chemistry when I teamed with them. Why do they not have good chemistry right now?
They got nothing here. How disappointing.
I don't know if they had good chemistry, but they didn't have bad chemistry.
Interesting.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I thought they did. I'm pretty sure they had a feud with the Hardy Boys, and I thought both teams had good chemistry. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Who knows?
On my phone at the floor in frustration.
They get a big win over the Storms, Trend, of Devin and NXT call-up, or TNA call-up, Johnny Storm. Stone Cold is seen leaving the arena. What the hell's that about, Chad?
Stone Cold.
By God, who is it? It's Stone. Bobby Lashley. My God, I'll be a son of a bitch. Randy Orton is on his way to the ring. I'm distracted by Stone Cold leaving the arena. What does that mean for the Rattlesnake? Randy Orton, though, is on his way to the ring. And he defeats Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett has great chemistry with Randy Orton, by the way. So this got a 75. And I don't know if I booked this after, but I'm going to do it anyway right now. Randy Orton has his European Championship, Chad, and he's got a microphone. He says, look, I'm the generational freak, the generational talent, Randy Orton, the son of legendary Hall of Famer Bob Orton. And now I came to WWF with one thing on my mind, to be with my boys, Future Shock, and win championship gold. And you see this is the European Championship. I'm the king of Europe. I'm the king of Europe. But I'm not satisfied with just having one championship on my shoulder. So Taka Michinoku, I'm calling your ass out. I want that IC belt. And then I'm going to go after the tag belts. I'm going to go after the world championship. I'm not leaving unless me or my boys in Future Shock have every single gold title in this company. Taka, you better get ready, buddy. Oh, Kurt Angle, though, Chad. Kurt Angle wants a match.
What's Kurt Angle want, Justin?
He wants a match, Chad.
Okay.
Hey, Jim, put me in a match. Oh, goddamn it, mother sucker. You lost last night. You don't deserve anything. You deserve to sit and cater it and watch with guys like Primo and Epico. How about you go get a seat with Carlito and you go tell me if you want a match or not? Jim, I know you're upset, man. But like, it was a team effort, man. You can't take it all out on me. I'm not taking it all out on you. You just saw Spike go to the hospital. I'm taking it all out. That could be you, mother sucker. All right, you got
mother sucker.
You get a match next week, Angle. All right, cool your pies. You're not wrestling tonight. You don't deserve to be in the ring tonight. Now go sit down with a gamer and you go figure out what you did wrong. Big Daddy Cornette laying the law here. Hey, in that match right here, Chad, Christian Cage taps out The Rock with a sharpshooter. He did it. He gets the win here, Chad. And he will
Big win for Christian Cage.
He will take on The Rock at the next pay-per-view. And that is how we end Raw here at the Izod Center. A 94 for a post pay-per-view Raw. Christian and Rock, it'll look like, at Armageddon. That's going to be a banger.
That is going to be, as the kids would say, Justin,
a banger. We'll see you. We'll see you for Nitro. What is going to be the ramifications of RVD winning the World War III? Who's he going to pick for Starrcade? Is it going to be AJ? Or is it going to be Jericho? Is it going to be me? Is it going to be you? We'll have to find out.
We are back. The road to Starrcade is here, and we have our first Nitro in Starrcade month, Justin. I am so excited. I can't tell you. I think I've got a good Starrcade planned out.
You think so?
I think so.
What makes you think that?
Oh, come on, it's me.
I know. This is going to be a big Starrcade, Chad. I'm very excited to see who or when RVD picks his guy and who it is going to be. Let's get into it.
We start the show off. Yes, we start the show off. Jericho and AJ are in the ring, and Jericho says, well, isn't it funny? We had World War III, and in World War III, we had not one, but two world titles change hands. Of course, AJ Styles, listen, I'll give you props, man. You won the Universal Championship from Juventud Guerrera. I don't think anyone saw that coming. But you know why people didn't see that coming, AJ? People didn't see that coming because, well, let's be honest. I mean, you're kind of a loser. I mean, you lose the Cruiserweight Championship, you do nothing. On a fluke, you win the Universal Championship. So, like, yeah, you know, I mean, listen, if I saw someone walk across water, I'd be shocked too. But that'll never happen. That'd be a fluke. And, well, I don't want to say your championship run's a fluke, but here we go. Now, the real talk of the town was me beating Goldberg and becoming a 4-time world champion. By the way, AJ, that championship that you held, I've held twice. So I'm just saying, you know. Yeah, that was the headlines. Headlines were all over the world. Jericho retains. Or Jericho wins back gold. It was wonderful. And AJ says, well, actually, Chris, you know, I think it was great that you won the championship back. Because, listen, you know, I mean, it was a real shame when you got hurt. You know what they say. Some people, you know, performance issues are quite common in most men. And, well, ugh. But, you know, listen, I did beat Juventud. I did win my first world championship. And unlike you, I'm not going to get hurt. I'm going to be able to keep my title all the way to the big match, which brings me to RVD. You see, my RVD, my limitless teammate, my friend, won World War III. Now he has the opportunity to pick who's going to challenge for the championship. And Jericho's like, that's right. And if he has any balls, at all, he'd pick me. But if he had any brains, he'd pick you. Because Rob Van Dam knows that he would lose to the Immortal One. And then AJ says, well, listen, why don't we let Rob Van Dam speak for himself? We don't need to speak for him. He's like, so, I would like to personally invite my friend and the 2000 World War III winner, Rob Van Dam, to come out to the ring. And then Rob Van Dam comes out, and he says, gentlemen, first of all, I just want to say congratulations to both of you. You both had hell of a matches. But I am the World War III winner, and I can handpick my opponent. That's Starrcade. I gotta tell you, I don't know who I want to challenge yet. I have no idea. But I do know this. I want to face the very best. I want to fight somebody who could bring out the Rob Van Dam that just turns it up to another level and shows why I'm one of a kind. And I gotta be honest, I see both of you and I see shades of that. I could see me having 5-star matches with both of you. It's tough. I don't know which one to choose. So I sat at home and I thought about it, and I decided I want to get up close and personal. I want to see you two tear it up. So I am going to propose this. And you both wrestle in singles matches. One of you wrestle tonight. The other one wrestles on Thunder. I pick your opponent. Whichever one of you impresses me the most, I will challenge at Starrcade. And AJ says, you know what, Rob Van Dam, you're on. And Jericho's like, I don't need to audition for anything. I'm the world champion. You either pick me or you don't. I don't give a damn. Listen, there are thousands of people in the back that would rather wrestle me. So Robbie, if you want me to have to perform for you like some kind of circus clown, then you might as well pick AJ Styles, because I don't need to compete against you. And Rob says, listen, Chris, if you're trying to look at this as a way to weasel out of a match and because you're scared of me, I understand. But I want to challenge the best of the best. And I thought you said that was you. I could be wrong. I am the best of the best. Great. Well, then, on Thunder, you're going to prove it. But tonight, AJ Styles is going to wrestle. And AJ, I want to see what happens. I want to see how you answer back against the man who started this little rough patch you had in your career. But as soon as you lost the Cruiserweight Championship, it was rough. It was rough for you. You weren't the same guy. And trust me, you're my friend. I've seen it. I want to see tonight how you, coming off of your first World Championship match, fight the man who took your first championship from you. Tonight, right now, you're going to go one-on-one against Christopher Daniels.
Ooh, that'll be good. That'll be good. A little fun audition tapes now. All right. All right. Well, let's see what happens here, Chad.
And in a bout that had superb wrestling and good heat, AJ Styles defeats Christopher Daniels with a Styles Clash.
Ooh, big match right there.
Yes, big. What was the red?
Lack of psychology.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Can you really not read that?
I mean, it's small text.
You're just blind.
I think it's the red. I think it's the red that throws me off, because I can read the green one fine. I can read the white one. We go to commercial, and we come back, and Sylvester Stallone is in the ring, and he's laughing. He's wearing a pink suit, Justin. A pink suit. He says, listen, at World War III, I made it all the way to the Final Four. And I was able to eliminate both members of the Harts. Now listen, I didn't win, and that's okay, because I may not be main eventing Starrcade, but I got to embarrass the Hart family. Bret embarrassed me almost 2 months ago when he eliminated me in a battle royal and cost me a shot at the World Championship. And Owen Hart, he's been the biggest disappointment that's coming to this company. He can't win the big one. And when he realized he couldn't win the big one, he started hiding in his brother's shadow. And I regret ever signing him. And if I could send him back to that company, I would in a second. People are booing. Don't boo me, because you know I'm right. They're terrible. And I proved just how bad they are when me, a movie star, defeated two of the so-called best wrestlers on the planet. And that's why I am the best there is, best there was. And then Bret and Owens come out. And they go, listen, Sylvester, if you want to prove something, how about you get us in an actual match? Because I promise you, if you got us in a wrestling match, both of us could kick your ass. In fact, why don't we do that? You're bummed out. How about we fight you tonight, 1-on-1? And then after I'm done, my brother can fight you 1-on-1 next week. And then Sylvester Stallone laughs. He's like, I was hoping you would challenge me to a match. Here's the thing. I have the power to make matches. And I have the power to make sure people don't get booked. That's why Chyna's not the women's champion. And Bret, that's why you haven't had a world championship. And how long? Because I hate you, Bret. And Owen, I stopped booking you for world championships simply because you can't get the job done. I don't want to waste my time. I gave you a shot against Hogan. And yeah, you turned some heads. What have you done with it? Nothing. Here's the thing. I want to prove how badly you both want to go to Starrcade. There's only one of you going to. I'll tell you what, you want to fight me? I'll fight whichever one of you win the main event tonight at Starrcade. And the loser's going to have to watch from the front row. Because you will not have a match at Starrcade. Good luck, gentlemen. I'll be watching closely.
What the hell? You gotta watch in the front row? Why can't he watch in the back?
I have to watch in the front row.
Was he fired? He's got to buy a ticket?
Might be.
Oh!
We have a match. This is announced as our first of 6 Money in the Bank qualifiers, Justin. Of course, Money in the Bank happens every year at Starrcade. And in a good match, Stardust defeats Mike Awesome with a Bulldog.
Forgot about these two men, and I forgot about the Money in the Bank match. Forgot all about that.
Raven is backstage in an undisclosed location in a dark room. He's got his hair clippers. He says, "Oh, Chris, have my attention. You cost me World War III, and you cost me main eventing. I could have beaten Chris. Now I won't have the shot, and it's all your fault. So you talk about wrestling me. You wanted to challenge me. Well, I'm issuing you a challenge. You want that match? You want hair versus hair? That's fine. We can do hair versus hair. Let's see how bad you want it, because that match is going to be a Ravens rules match." What will Chris Canyon say?
What the hell is a Ravens rule match, Chad?
You don't know what a Ravens rules match is?
No.
Well, you'll have to find out.
Does anyone?
I mean, I've had him here before.
Does anyone remember? Let me know. Text me at beep 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 that number, and let me know what a Ravens rule match is.
All right, cool. I'll text you later. We've got our second Money in the Bank qualifier, Justin. Kevin Nash versus Goldberg. And in an exceptional match, Goldberg defeats Kevin Nash following an interference from Scott Steiner. Justin, Goldberg may be, he has to be the odds-on favorite to win Money in the Bank. I mean, he's a 3-time champion.
I mean, there's only 2 people in it right now, so who knows who else is going to be in it?
So far,
yeah,
we have Stardust and Goldberg qualifying for Money in the Bank.
Then, of course, yeah, he's odds-on favorite between those two. But Hogan could be in it. Rey Mysterio could be in it. Anyone could be in it.
And Rey Mysterio was a former winner.
Exactly, Chad. Oh my God! What the fuck?
Ted Turner is on screen. He's in his office. He says, "Hi, I'm Ted Turner. I'm the owner of WCW. I came out here tonight for a few reasons. First, I want to congratulate Rob Van Dam for winning World War. I look forward to seeing who you'll be facing at Starrcade in our main event for the World Championship. That being said, I've got 2 big announcements. The first thing I want to announce is at Starrcade, we are going to crown the first ever Cruiserweight Tag Team Champion. The second thing I want to announce, the night after Starrcade will be revolutionary because we will be coming off of the hills of an incredible show. But also, I'm bringing back the brand split.
Oh, come on.
That's right. You fans have been asking for it back. And I'm happy to announce Nitro and Thunder will have 2 separate brands. I will have more information to come. You have to stay tuned.
I mean, it was
Justin, brand split, baby.
for the second time in 2 years.
Yeah, well, listen.
What the
That's
hell?
showbiz. That's showbiz, baby.
Let me have my own thing.
Oh, are you sad? Are you sad because I decided to do the thing I started originally? Oh, where?
But then I took over.
Are you sad?
Because you quit on it because you lost your TV and couldn't do a good show with it.
Oh, well, yeah, Justin's sad.
Oh, Chad's a quitter.
Oh, you suck.
He can't think of original ideas without taking mine.
Go back to this next segment, Justin. And we've got
Fuck you.
the Cruiserweight Tag Team Championships may be on the line eventually, but we've got a team that wants to see if they can impress. And about that subpar wrestling and Little Heat, the Sweet Sensations defeat Carly Colon and Eddie Colon when Chris Candido pinned Eddie Colon with the blonde bombshell. Hulk Hogan gets in the ring. He says, "Now listen, brother. I didn't win World War III. Some people might even say I wasn't in it. That's how little I did. You know, I'll admit, I got overwhelmed. I just wrestled against Mick Foley. That's besides the point. Listen, brother. Arcade is around the corner, Jack. And I want to go there. I need an opponent. I don't know who I'm wrestling yet. I know whoever I wrestle, if they beat me, I have to retire. That's huge, brother, because I can't wrestle just anybody. I need to wrestle somebody who can bring out the best in me. But brother, I need to bring out somebody who I can bring out the best in them. See, everybody keeps asking me, Hulkster, who are you afraid of to wrestle? Because your career's on the line. I'm not afraid of anybody, brother. I'm Hulk Hogan. The wrestling world has been scared of me for 20 years, Jack. And I know I'll walk into Starrcade. I may not be fighting for a world championship, brother, but it doesn't matter. Because whatever match I wrestle in, that's a main event, Jack. I don't know who I'm wrestling, but I'll tell you, whoever I'm wrestling, they better be ready and they better bring their A game, brother, because I'm going to bring the absolute best Hulk Hogan I can. And then as that's happening, Justin, he gets jumped by Samoa Joe. Just demolished. You know, Samoa Joe hits him with the with a muscle buster, and then puts him in a dragon sleeper and passes and makes Hogan pass out. We've got our third Money in the Bank qualifier. Mick Foley taking on Jeff Hardy, and in a bout with superb wrestling and great heat, Jeff Hardy defeats Mick Foley with a swanton bomb. And then after the match, Juventud Guerrera comes out and clocks Mick Foley with a ring bell. And then he rolls out of the ring, and Mick Foley's on the ground holding his head, and Juventud just stared at him, intense. What could this mean? Why was he doing that? And our main event, Bret Hart versus Owen Hart. Winner faces Sylvester Stallone at Starrcade, and the loser does nothing. And about that had sensational wrestling and great heat. Owen Hart defeats his brother Bret with a sharpshooter. Listen, our first official match is set with a 99-95 with a really great Starrcade.
Though we're here in Friday night SmackDown here on a Wednesday night. Look, SmackDown, the #1 brand apparently, according to Survivor Series. Team SmackDown, if you didn't see Survivor Series, came out the win. Came out the pay-per-view the champions. And they will now, this brand will now get the number 30 pick, the number 30 entrance in the Royal Rumble match. Who's going to get it, Chad? Who do you think? No one knows.
Question. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know.
Does Eddie Guerrero get it? Because he won the match, technically? We'll find out right now. On SmackDown here, we start off with the defense of the pre-show belt. Road Dogg beats Snitsky in 741 with the pile driver. Ooh, excuse my burp. Oh no, I'm dying.
I'm dying.
Chad, I'm gonna need you to run this whole show now.
Okay. And a freestyle segment. So basically, Eric Bischoff comes out, and he's got Team SmackDown. He says, "Hey, fellas, good work. You all fought hard. I'm going to give you all a special prize." And he goes down, and he gives them all macaroni sculptures of each and every one of them that he made himself.
Let me get to Discord. Let me mute you. What are you laughing about?
Is that not what happens?
No, Team SmackDown celebrating. They got bottles of champagne, Chad. They got all the hot ladies here in the Madison Square Garden. The locker room is celebrating. And after the celebration, we have Eric gets everyone around. He's like, well, Team SmackDown won the number 30th. We won the bragging rights. Everybody, we're better than Raw. Everyone's losing their mind. Yeah, fuck Raw, fuck Raw, fuck Raw, fuck Raw. But not only did we beat Raw, one of you guys in this locker room will come out the Royal Rumble number 30 and have the best odds to win the Rumble and then main event WrestleMania. That's huge. That's huge. But that couldn't have been done without these 5 guys right here. Eddie Guerrero, El Hijo del Santo, Edge, The Undertaker, and Latin Lover. And let's not forget the Paul White and the Rats. They also won their match. But it all came down to the 5-on-5 match, and Eddie Guerrero snuck one out and won the match for us. Everybody, Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, Eddie, 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 Eddie. Eddie Guerrero he stands up. He's like, now. You see, Eddie Guerrero won it for SmackDown. When all the cards were stacked against us, I got a 21. I got a blackjack, and I won. I was the sole survivor of the Survivor Series match. Now I was talking to the boys. That should automatically make me number 30, right, Eric? Eric's like, oh, Eddie, we'll talk about that somewhere else, buddy. We'll talk about that somewhere else. That's the end of the promo right there. Mystico is backstage in his locker room. He's got a whiteboard, and he's writing down a bracket, Chad, because we have an 8-man tournament to see who will take on Mystico at Armageddon. And he's got his own March Madness bracket in the locker room.
Okay.
Our first match of the night, Caprice Coleman against a new signing to WWF. Jack Evans.
Jack Evans,
Jen.
Dick, what you know about Jack Evans?
He's a new signing. He's got
a damn.
What are you saying?
I said you're right, damn.
He's a new signing to WWF, and he debuted at day 1, and lost in a valiant effort to Caprice Coleman in 1240 after he tapped out with a Boston Crab. But look at this, Coleman and Evans, great chemistry. And it showed in the performance. Future light heavyweight championship feud down the line? Who knows? Also, Jack Evans only got a 26. He's not ready, brother. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't think he would be. Oh, what's that? Oh my gosh, it's the best tag team in WWF, the Rat Boys.
I do the Italian hand thing every time you do that. Like I'm shaking my
Rat Boys.
The Rat Boys are here. They're dressed in all to the tens, Chad. Big, nice suits, glasses. They come out of a brand new limo. They got the babes with them. The Rat Boys are, they not only won their matches, but, they helped SmackDown. And they are the hottest stable in the wrestling business.
Wow.
Yeah. Ooh, boy. Randy Savage. What? Oh, he's got low around a poor gimmick. He's got a poor gimmick? Oh, no. Got to change his gimmick, Chad. Randy says, "Hey, Noble. Look, man, I think it's time. It didn't work over there in the other company, it sure as hell ain't working over here. I think I've taught you everything I know, everything that you can learn. I think it's time for you to go your separate ways from me." And Jamie Noble kisses him right on the cheek. "Thank you, Randy." And that's it.
All right, hell yeah.
What do you mean, all right, Chad?
I said, all right, hell yeah.
Give him a big old kiss.
Yeah, good.
El Hijo del Santo takes on Steve Wright tonight because these are two of your favorite guys that you ever booked.
Yeah, well.
That match happened. Another match in the Cruiserweight Light Heavyweight Championship bracket. Tajiri taking on Tyson. And Tajiri moves on in 11:37 and wins with a brainbuster.
Okay, hell yeah.
Big Tajiri guy. He defeats former light heavyweight champion Tyson. So Tajiri will move on to take on Caprice Coleman in a couple weeks to see who will move on to the finals. Oh, speaking of talking about later, Eric Bischoff sneaks Eddie Guerrero into his office and says, "Eddie, it makes sense to make you number 30 for the Royal Rumble match. But I have another counteroffer. I have another opportunity. You want to see what's behind door number 2? Eddie's like, yeah. Show me. And Eric's like, well, you can either be number 30 because you did end up being the sole survivor of the Survivor Series match. Or you can give that number 30 to someone else on this roster, and you can be the number 1 contender right now for that World Heavyweight Championship."
Ooh.
And he's like, "So it'd be me and Paul White, me and that rat bastard. Me and him we have heat from back in the day when SmackDown first started. Yeah, that same Paul White, Eddie. You got yourself a deal." So it'll be Eddie and Paul White, I guess. Eddie does not take the number 30 of the Royal Rumble, Chad.
Okay, interesting.
Interesting. Will that decision pay off?
I will tell.
We'll have to find out. Speaking of paying off, Kid Cash and Tony Mamaluke, they got great chemistry. This match did excellent. Kid Cash.
better than we thought.
Kid Cash. Well, I didn't think. I thought so. Kid Cash is a dominant superstar here, Chad. And he defeats Tony Mamaluke in 14:53 with a dead level. After the match, he gets on the mic and he calls out Perry Saturn and says, "Hey, Saturn, you did a good enough job being me at Survivor Series, but you were lacking in one thing, and that one thing is actually winning a match. See, Perry, that was disappointing. I'm so disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in the powers above for giving you money to come over here, because just like WCW, you keep losing. Why do we keep signing these losers from the other show? They keep coming over here and they lose. They just take spots from us and they just come in here and Perry slaps them. I didn't come here to get treated like ass, all right? I had problems over there in WCW, which led to my losses. And now I came over here to get a fresh, clean start. And I didn't come here to get ridiculed and scolded by some punk bitch that dresses like an absolute buffoon. Kid Cash, I represented SmackDown. I represented you pretty damn well. I'm sorry I couldn't get it done against Randy Orton. But I'm sure as hell, watching you the weeks prior leading up to Survivor Series, I know as hell you couldn't do it. It's Kid Cash, put your money where your mouth is. Get it, Kid Cash? You wanna say I'm a loser? You wanna say I'm a fucking failure? How about you put that belt on the line? You versus me, Armageddon, Saturn, Cash, You want the money writes itself. Cash is like, all right, Saturn. I'll just give you another L. You're used to them. Armageddon, Perry Saturn, Kid Cash, United States belt on the line, Chad.
Yeah. Good.
Ooh, PJ Black and Tatanka have great chemistry. Look at all these chemistry bonuses that you've given me, Chad. PJ Black defeats him in 11:38 with by a pinfall. And he calls out the McMahon family. He says, "That's all you got? I beat your ass so single-handedly, Vince McMahon. You know what? You know what that means? I have a future World Heavyweight Championship title shot whenever I want. So thank you, Vince, for being an absolute failure of an owner, as a wrestler, and a father." And Shane and Stephanie have to hold Vince McMahon back because he wants to kick this motherfucker's ass, Chad. He wants another shot at PJ.
Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, Chad. Taker's here on his motorcycle, brother.
Fuck you. I hate you.
What do you mean? Why do you hate that?
You know what I mean.
This is just his entrance, Chad. He's here.
Same shit every week.
This is Taker's entrance, Chad. He's in action tonight.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, look, okay.
He takes on Bam Bam Bigelow. And he defeats him in 1628 with a tombstone. What do you mean, Chad? He's here. Oh, and then Paul White at the end of the show with the Rats call out. Okay, so this angle I meant to the story was Eddie was told about door number 2 and wanted an answer tonight. Eric wanted an answer tonight, and that's what this angle was. Eric calls out Eddie and Paul White. He's like, "What's your call? You're gonna enter the Rumble number 30, or is Paul White gonna get Armageddon off?" And Eddie's like, "Paul, I'll see you in the ring." And Paul was like, "Well, if that's the decision you want to make, Rats, get him." And Chad Collier and Big Rig Fig lay out Eddie Guerrero to end Friday Night SmackDown, Chad.
I would imagine while Chad is punching Eddie, he says, "This is for leaving my TW safe, you prick!"
And a 93, like I said. Thunder couldn't beat it. Nitro does get the best show of the week, though.
How would you know Thunder couldn't beat it? Thunder hasn't happened yet.
I prematurely knew that, Chad. I just know.
Okay.
I was telling you while I was booking.
Right.
I was telling you while I was booking. I'm like, Thunder can't do better than this.
All right.
All right.
All right, if you say so.
I know so. We'll see you for week 2. Oh, actually, no, we won't. We'll see you for Thunder.
Yeah. Yeah, you will, yeah. Coming off of a SmackDown, Justin, I'm interested to see if I can beat it. Let's find out. Are you ready to jump into it? We're in the build-up to Starrcade.
Chad, I'm going to let you know right now, you cannot beat that SmackDown. What a show it was. It featured versus and versus.
Oh,
what a show.
What a show.
What a show it was, Chad. All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, so let's just get into it.
Oh, Tammy Bitch is here.
Tammy Sitch, the assistant general manager of WCW, gets in. She says, "Listen, Sylvester Stallone is not here right now, but he thrusted me with announcing a great honor. You see, at Starrcade, we are going to have the first annual Miss Starrcade pageant. This pageant is going to be a battle royal of the best women on the roster, and the winner becomes Miss Starrcade. But we are also going to have our women's champion, Debbie Malenko, competing in a match, and the opponent will be announced at next week. It's going to be a big. I'm so excited, and Starrcade is shaping up to be a great event. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, please, Tammy, such wonderful matches you've invented. Well, you know what? You're welcome. Now enjoy the show. And we've got our 4th Money in the Bank qualifier. Minoru Suzuki taking on Syxx, and about that had great wrestling and good heat. Suzuki defeats Syxx with submission.
With submission. What's this?
But
What's this submission called, Chad?
his submission is called the Suzuki Lock.
Oh, what a generic name.
After that match, Hall and Nash, they pick up their buddy, and then the Syndicate come out. Well, 3 of them, Scott, DDP, and Paige. And Scott Steiner, he says, you know what? I came out here tonight because that son of a bitch, Scott Hall, he eliminated me in World War III, and I'm sick of it. I'm mad as hell. So I want to get a match against him for the U.S. Championship. He hasn't defended that belt in a minute. He's scared and he's not a fighting champion. And Hall laughs. He says, hey, yo. Listen, Scott, I'm not afraid of anything. You want to face me at Starrcade for the U.S. Championship? Of course, I'm in. But I'll accept on one condition. Whatever it is, the answer's yes. Okay, great, awesome, hell yeah, congratulations, guys, too sweet all around. What? Well, listen, my stipulation was, I'll put my title on the line against you, or your friends. I have to put their title on the line against my friends. A tag team match at Starrcade. And you just said, hell yeah, so drinks are on me, boys, and they celebrate. They walk right to the back and they party. Meanwhile, Steiner, DDP, and Sting, they're like, Steiner's like, yeah! And DDP and Sting are just like, are we happy about this? What? Listen, 2 more matches are made to the Starrcade card. Scott Hall taking on Scott Steiner in a battle of Scots. Taking on 6 and 7 Nash. Taking on Sting and DDP.
What a weird tag team. Nash and 6.
Wolfpack. We have our 5th Money in the Bank qualifier. Billy Kidman taking on Kip James in about that good
Mr.
wrestling.
S.
And a decent reaction from the crowd. Billy Kidman defeated Kip James. What are they shooting, Star Press?
This fucking company is the drizzling ass. Come on, Kip James. Come back home, brother.
So let's recap who is a Money in the Bank. We've got Stardust. And then we've got Goldberg. And now we've got Minoru Suzuki and Billy Kidman.
Isn't there one more?
Well, we're not done. And Jeff Hardy, of course. Yes, thank you. And Jeff Hardy.
When did Jeff Hardy get added to it?
Jeff Hardy won last week.
Did he?
Did. He faced off against Mick Foley.
Oh, you're right.
We've got one more qualifying match that will happen down the line. Paul Heyman comes out and he's celebrating. He goes, that's right, Minoru Suzuki is going to Money in the Bank. And now I've got Taz and I've got the franchise. And now we all had a team powwow after the match about Taz, accidentally suplexing Minoru Suzuki at World War III. We've mended fences. People can't use that to try to break up the Paul Heyman guys because we're a unit. And we moved past it. Bygones be bygones. And now I have to do my job as a manager. To find out what Minoru Suzuki, well, not Minoru Suzuki, but what the franchise and Taz, the Taz-chise, what are they doing at Starrcade? And I gotta tell you, I know exactly what they're going to do, and you're going to find out next week.
Why not tell us right now, Paul?
Paul wants to build up suspense.
Who is it? Ooh.
We have so we see something that we forgot about on the pay-per-view, or that I forgot to go over. The five men that it took to eliminate Big Daddy V. It was those 4 men that you see there, and somebody else. Let's say it was Jerry Gillico. He was there too. So it was those 5, and they just could not eliminate Big Daddy V. And Shark Boy, he was there trying to eliminate him also. And then he was like, oh, hell to this! And he goes to the back, he drinks his clam juice, he hulks up, and then he runs and clotheslines Big Daddy V over the top rope effortlessly. And then, now, those 4, they were so ashamed by their inability to do anything competently. You know what? They challenged the Clam crew tag team match tonight. And the match starts. La Parka and La Sharka, they clink their clam juice. They down them, they run. And in a 4-on-2 handicap match, the Clam Crew defeated Redacted and Right to Censor when La Sharka pinned Mike Barton with a deep sea drop.
What a match. What a match.
Sylvester Stallone and Ken Shamrock arrive to the show, and they are laughing. Ha ha ha! Just like that. He's like, I am facing Owen Hart at Starrcade. Bret, he'll be facing the television when he watches it, because that's what Bret's doing. Isn't life funny? Now, listen, I'm going to go to my office. I've got a lot of important things I got to do. No one bother me. And I'm going to have Ken Shamrock outside the door, making sure no one thinks of anything. No one tries anything funny.
I didn't know
We've
if there
got
was
a...
more to that, so my bad.
That was it. It's okay. We have a women's match, Sharmell versus Taz. And then about that terrible wrestling. And not as in the crowd, Jazz.
You said Taz.
Oh, I meant Jazz. And Sharmell defeated Jazz by submission.
And Taz.
A Sharm elbow lock. And Chris Kanyon, he says, you know what? Raven challenged me to a hair versus hair match, which is exactly what I wanted. And he challenged me to a Ravens rules match. Now, I'm not dumb. I know what a Ravens rules match is. Of course, it's a normal match for me. The Raven, he has no disqualification. He can use weapons. He can use whatever he wants. Okay, I'm cool with that. I don't need weapons to beat you, Raven. I have to win by pinfall or submission, and I have to answer a 5 count. Raven, he has to beat me on a 3 count. Listen, I could be a 10 count. I don't care. I could still beat you. And Raven doesn't have any count outs, so Raven could get me anywhere in the ring, and I could lose by count out. Whereas where he can't be. The deck's stacked against me, but I don't care. Hair versus hair match, Raven rules. Raven, I accept. I will see you at Starrcade.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We've got a tag team match, and this match, Too Cool defeated the Discos when Grandmaster Sexay pinned Disco Inferno with a Tennessee Jam.
Disco Fury. Disco Fury.
We have a singles match. Steven Regal taking on Alex Wright. And listen, these two former tag team partners, former friends. And then about that, good heat and decent wrestling. Steven Regal defeats Alex Wright with a Regal stretch.
Hell yeah.
Low D comes out, and he has a whoopee cushion. And Steven Regal says, before you try anything, I'm issuing you a challenge. You see, the first time we had your stupid game, a foot race, we passed out and ended in a tie. And we had a pie-eating contest, and I out-ate you, thus proving that I'm better than you, but you keep coming back. You're like an STD. No matter how hard I try to get rid of you, you keep coming back, and I hate it, Lodi. I absolutely hate it, and I hate you. But listen, here's the thing. I want to get rid of you once and for all. You want to try to have another one of your games? How about I challenge you to a game? You want a match against me? You want this television championship so bad? Fine, Low D. At Starrcade, it's going to be me versus you. And I want it to be a submissions match. Let's see if you can outbeat one of the best technical wrestlers in the world, Sunshine. And Low D, he laughs and he holds up beside this as I accept. So it's okay. We go backstage. Samoa Joe, he says, they say, Tony Schiavone says, Samoa Joe, you jumped Hulk Hogan on Nitro this week. Why? Tony Schiavone, what a dumb question. What do you mean why? Because I want to fight him at Starrcade. Hulk, you've been on top of the mountain for wrestling for far too long. My problem with you, Hulk, is that every single week I tune in to WCW, and every single week I'm subjected to you taking people's spots. You roll out here, you do your dumb catchphrases and your dumb leg drop, and we're supposed to just accept that and be okay with you taking it away from the boys in the back. Well, I'm not happy with it. I came to WCW and I've been on an undefeated streak. And I've beaten, quite frankly, a bunch of nobodies. And then at World War III, I beat Ahmed, former world champion. I'm going to beat every champion. I'm going to beat all your favorites. I'm going to beat the legends. I'm Samoa Joe, and I'm a killer. And Hulk Hogan, I'm going to be the man who ends your career. At Starrcade, it's going to be you versus me, and I'm going to take you out back by the woodshed, and I'm going to put this old, bad, dumb dog down for good. I'll see you at Starrcade, Hulk. Enjoy your last few weeks of a wrestling career. In our main event, RVD selected Jeff Hardy, the man who won Money in the Bank last week, and a man who people have been comparing to Chris Jericho a lot as one of the future greats of this business. And Jericho accepts, and he wrestles him in an exceptional match. Jericho defeats Jeff Hardy with a lion tamer, Justin.
Yeah, decent little match right there.
A match.
Ooh, an 85.
An 85! Well, if you say so.
What do you mean?
Listen, it got the moral victory. It won in my heart, and that's all that matters.
Oh, yo, sad Chad got a win in his heart. Is Mom gonna pin this stunter on the fridge?
That was funny. That was a good one.
Yeah, fuck you.